You know, kids really love gardening. I know I did, but you can do things to get them even more interested. And Carrie Lymaster with our extension program, our residential horticulture agents, with us today and going to tell us all about it. That's a neat little basket there. We'll use the basket in just a minute.
Yeah.
But how can we get kids more interested?
Well, I think one of the things you want to do is find projects that kids are going to like and kind of has some instant gratification. You know, we have things in gardening where it takes years to see the fruits of your labor. So we're going to kind of focus in on some projects with a little bit quicker return. Today, one of the things we're looking at is making what I'd call a living Easter basket.
Isn't that
Instead
neat?
of that plastic stuff to put your candy and eggs in.
Looks like it.
We're going to go ahead and just use some real life grass in here.
Everybody wants to touch this.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of neat. So what are we going to do?
All we're going to do is take a simple basket. It doesn't have to be deep. It could be any one that you have around, maybe something left over from last year. We're going to line it with a garbage bag.
We're kind of making an Easter basket, aren't we?
Yeah, our Easter basket here. All we're going to do is just line it with plastic.
Okay.
That just keeps
Don't put
it from,
holes in the bottom of it or anything like that.
If you want to keep it outside, you could. If you're going to have it sitting on the dining room table.
Oh, I will tell you, I had bad experience with dining room tables.
Yeah,
Don't put holes in
yeah.
the bottom of it.
So all we're going to do is take that and then just fill it with some soil here. And this is actually just garden soil. If you have some nice potting soil around, that would be
That looks
terrific.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Nice and
So all
rich.
we're going to do is pat that down there.
Okay.
When you have time, come through, trim this plastic off
Okay.
to give it a nice, clean appearance.
Okay, so you're just trimming around the edges there.
Trim it on the
That's what you
edges.
did here. I think I can see some plastic.
Yeah,
on
you
it.
can just see it if you look down there. You want to leave a little lip so that when you water it, all the water stays inside.
Okay.
And then all I have here is some annual ryegrass seed. It's very inexpensive. You can buy it at just about any garden center. And you just sprinkle that on top.
Doesn't look like you're doing too heavy, but just kind of nice. We can see there how it is.
And the thing is, you're going to put it on a little bit more thick than you would in your lawn. You want to have a nice full basket like this one here, and you don't have to cover it or do anything else to it. You just leave it right on the surface. If you want to pat it down a little bit, you can. Then all I do is use a spray bottle to water that in. If you use a lot of water at once, it'll have a tendency to run off. So we're just going to use a spray bottle here. And these are all things that kids can do with no problem.
Now, if I want to have this for Easter, how far ahead do I start
I
something
would
like
start
this?
it 3 weeks ahead of time to make sure it's nice and full. It's only going to take 7 to 10 days for you to start to see these grass seedlings starting
Now,
to
how
germinate.
old is this one here?
That one's about 2.5 weeks
How
old.
about can you believe that? From this to this in 2.5 weeks. Plants are amazing, aren't they?
They sure
Now,
are.
where do you set this if I want it to look like this?
A sunny windowsill would
Okay.
be just perfect. Or maybe a porch or a balcony. You don't need too much space. And the nice thing is you can keep kids interested by having them mow their little Easter basket. You know, just take some scissors in here and
Cut it off.
cut it off.
Yeah.
You're not going to hurt it. And it's kind of fun. You know, it's one of those kind of instant gratification projects.
Now we keep watering it, keep the soil moist and all that type of
Yeah.
thing. Now you have another neat little project for kids over here.
Yeah, if you have a rainy day or if you're trying to look for something else, all we've done here is use some old spoons
I love that. Great
to
idea.
make plant labels.
Yeah, I got to do this.
Yeah.
I'm a kid at heart here. You got to do it.
If you can find an old iced teaspoon,
Oh, yeah.
even better. It's a little bit longer plant label.
Go to garage sales, estate sales, things like that.
And they're really cheap and inexpensive, and you know it's fun. You can put kids' names on it too.
So how'd you put that on there? What's this done with?
Just some acrylic spray
Okay.
on over a piece
But
of
did you draw
paper.
the flowers?
I drew it on there with just with some
Wow.
markers and some colored pencils.
I like
and,
that.
You know, put your name on it. We all
Yeah,
like to see
you're
our
a kid at
names.
heart, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, very good. Carrie, thank you so much for
Thank
all this
you.
here, and appreciate you being with us. And if you want to know more about it, give Carrie a call over at the Extension office, and she probably has a bulletin or something, and she'll be happy to send you for that. So isn't this kind of neat? Easter basket, put an Easter egg there, and away we go. Kind of neat.